My name is Jeremy Stinson. I work for My Yearbook. We are a social network. We are slightly different than Facebook. Facebook is very much people you know or people you knew in your past. We're more about social discovery, meeting new people online, and we create applications in order for people to find each other via similar interests or want to form a relationship, either friendship or some other relationship to follow. So My Yearbook was started in 2005 by two teenagers. They were flipping through their real yearbook one night at the dining room table, and their older brother was challenging them to come up with an idea to start a new company. And they came up with the idea of moving from a paper yearbook to moving to a real yearbook online. And the older brother just sold his company that he started while in Harvard and gave them the money to start it up and run with the idea. And it's been very successful. The idea has morphed from being an online yearbook to more of a social discovery. We're more interested now in having users create friendships and meet each other. We are heavy users of Ethernet in our data center. We are taking advantage of new technologies and new things coming out of the Ethernet Alliance and Ethernet standard to help us with our application, either making it faster or dealing with the bandwidth demands for our site. We have pretty high latency requirements in order to deliver the site faster to our user base. The faster we get the site to the user, the happier they are, the longer they stay on the site, the longer that they're a user for us. So we want to keep their interest, so we try to keep things as fast as possible. And then on the bandwidth side, we are constantly putting more and more data onto the network, either delivery through images or video or other medium, and we keep hitting up on thresholds of how much bandwidth we're actually pushing on the network. I feel that the Ethernet Alliance is definitely listening to the end user and trying to understand our pain points and take that into consideration as they develop new standards. And instead of developing inside of a black box, they're actually taking the opinions and taking the thought processes and some of the unique ideas that we bring to the table and bringing it back and helping to develop a standard that kind of fits more of a global set of users. I'm very excited about what the Ethernet Alliance is doing as far as having users participate. We have a great ecosystem in our co-location where we have both HFTs, some Web 2.0 companies, and other enterprises. And we're always talking about different technologies, and we're always trying to understand what each other are doing, because either we're one step behind what the HFTs are doing, or some of the other Web 2.0 companies are a couple steps behind what we're doing. So being able to explain what things are coming up for them, what limitations they're going to see with the technology, and having those conversations and bringing that back to the Ethernet Alliance, or having even more users get involved with the Ethernet Alliance and having just bigger and better conversations about what people need will be just beneficial for everybody. I think this conference is allowing the user base to communicate directly to the designers of standards, and I believe that everyone is getting a better understanding of where each other comes from and will help everyone move forward. It's also allowing people to connect and have further conversations and discuss further ideas and further pain points going forward. I'm hoping the Ethernet Alliance heard my message about needing to look at the smaller players in our fields and some of the needs and some of the limitations that are put on them by the co-location providers that we have to go into, because we're not large enough to have our own data center and kind of control our own destiny. We're limited to what is given to us. So there's a few standards that are currently being discussed, like lower wattage on 10G base T, which are going to be important for the acceptance of 10 gig, and it's going to be important for us in order to cut our costs and cut our power utilization going forward. The Ethernet Alliance has been great about listening to the user base. They're very excited to hear whatever criticism or whatever opinions that we offer. I really believe that they're sitting back, enjoying the fact that end users are willing to come out spend time, talk about their pain points, and I really feel that they're going to go back and take a hard look at some of the suggestions that everyone has presented and work with us to move forward on new standards and new technologies that are going to benefit everybody.